In this video, we'll look into VBA control flow. Let us look at if statement. I'll create a subroutine sub lst and we'll look at if statement. For that, let us go to the Excel and I'll create 3 rows values 99, 199 and 299. So if we make this as active cell, it should show a message box saying it is less than 100. If we make this as active cell, to show it is less than 200 and this is less than 300. So let us write the code. Dim x as string and x is equal to active cell dot value. If x is less than 100, then MSG box less than 100. Else if x is less than 200, then message box less than 200. Else message box less than 300. Then we have to end this, then end if. Now let us make the first cell as active cell. I'll select this as the active cell. If I run this, so it is less than 100 because it's 99. Now we'll make the second cell as active cell, then run it, less than 200. So we'll make the third cell as active cell, run it again, is less than 300. So that's how we can give this if, else if and else and end if statements. This is how we can give this if statement. Now let us look at the for loop. So we'll take dim r as integer for r is equal to 1 to 3. So we'll loop through the next r. And here if cells of r comma 1 dot value is less than 100, then we'll write in the next cell cells of r comma 2 dot value is equal to less than 100. Else if cells of r comma 1 dot value is less than 200, then cells of r comma 2 dot value equal to less than 200. Else this is r cells of r comma 2 dot value is equal to less than 300. and if. So this for loop, we have these conditions. For r is equal to 1, 2, 3, we are looping through the next star. It cells r1 dot, that is row, and this is the column. Column is 1 to, this is column 1 and this is the column 2. So if column 1 value is less than 100, we are writing in the column 2 it is less than 100. If it is less than 200, we are writing less than 200, else we are writing less than 300. So let us execute this and then go to the Excel. So if you see this, 99 is less than 100, 199 is less than 200, 299 is less than 300. So that's how we can use this for loop through the values and give the statements inside the for loop. Now we'll look at do while loop. So let us go to the Excel and then let us delete this column. So now we have 99, 199, 299. We'll write the same thing using the do while loop. So here this is, now we'll change it to do while loop. Dim r as integer, and here we'll initialize r to 1, r is equal to 1, and then we'll say do while r is less than 4. So instead of next star, we'll have loop here. Inside the loop, we have to increment the r. R is equal to r plus 1. So do while r is less than 4, we are incrementing r by 1 and looping through this, and the previous same conditions apply. If it is less than 100, we will write less than 100, less than 200, we will write less than 200, if it's less than 300, we will write less than 300. So let us now run this. Now go to Excel and we'll check this. You can see here 99 is less than 100, 199 less than 200, 299 less than 300. So if you go here, do while r is less than 4, we are incrementing r by 1 and checking the conditions here inside the do while loop, and this is the loop. That's how we can use do while loop in VBA. Now let us see how we can use do until loop. So let us go back to the Excel. Let us delete this again. So we'll write back here, and for do until loop, nothing changes except here do until r is equal to 4. Until r is equal to 4, the same logic applies. So let us run this again. Go to Excel. Less than 100, less than 200, less than 300. So only thing we changed is until r is equal to 4. This will loop through. Do while r is less than 4 and do until r is equal to 4. That's the only change we made. Now we'll look into select case. Select case. So this code remains as it is, and here I'll be selecting select case cells of r comma 1 dot value, and this will become case is less than 100, and this part will become case is less than 200, and this will become case else, and this endf won't be there, so it will be end select. So and if we'll have and select, and then let us go to the Excel, let us delete this so that we'll write it again with this code. Visual Basic. Now run this. Now let us go to the Excel. It has written less than 100, less than 200 and less than 300. So we have taken the select case and then the cells R1 dot value, and we are checking if it is less than 100 or less than 200 or less than 300. The same code remains for do until, but here inside this we have changed from if to select case. That's how we can use the select case. Please like, share and subscribe to SQL BI Bytes channel.